2 of the Nighttime Blend. I'm your host, Tom, and today we'll be talking about the great candy debate, where we'll debate over different varieties of candy and determine what the best candy is. Second, we're going to talk about artificial intelligence. We're going to talk about some misconceptions, some applications of it, dangers, and how to regulate it. And finally, we'll be talking about quantum computing, including what is it and if it has any potential dangers. So here's our candy bracket for today.
Yeah, this is going to be tough.
All right, so let's begin with Milky Way versus candy corn. What do you guys think?
This is a very difficult one to choose from because of the differences of the way these candies are consumed.
But overall,
Candy corn, you will. Okay.
It's easy though. Like you don't have to get into detail about it. Just say it's easy. This is easy.
You know what?
No, it's not easy because of the
is.
differences between Milky Way and candy corn. Candy corn you eat by the pack, so more candy corns can be acquired for less than one Milky Way bar. And because of that, I shall vote candy corn.
Okay.
That's not happening though. This is yeah, you get more candy corn, but which one would you rather eat?
Hey yo, I'd rather have a bunch of candy corn than my Milky Way.
You know, here, I'll give my opinion. So,
No.
Okay, look, candy corn is a Halloween candy. That's objectively true. Well, Milky Way, there's no specific time frame. Yeah, there's no time frame for Milky Ways. You can have them any time of the day, any day. Well, candy corn, that's a Halloween candy. Come on, Milky Way wins. That's just easy.
It appears I've been outvoted.
Yeah.
Yes,
Milky Way moves on.
All right, so Milky Way moves on. Seems good to me. I'll just real quick draw an MW for Milky Way, and
By the way, I only really have candy on Halloween, so
you're biased. I see how it is. All right.
Yeah.
so it's literally what I prefer having in the moment.
All right, round number 2: Snickers versus Almond Joy.
Almond Joy.
Okay. No. First of all, no. I mean, these are all these are so I don't eat much candy, but when I do, it's always Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. But what I see the most is Snickers, and I just go for that. I'd rather have a Snickers than an Almond Joy.
Because of Snickers being that common, I just haven't been a fan, because why would you go for the most common candy when you can enjoy the rarity of an Almond Joy?
Hold on.
Iggy, you're not you when you're hungry.
Dang. But look at this. Look. My man Iggy, he just said, why go for the popular candy? Look, they're popular for a reason. They're popular because they're good, solid candy. That's why I think Snickers is the only solid choice. You don't see people for Halloween, fighting over Almond Joys. That just doesn't happen.
Yes, that's what scamming people is for, so you get all the Almond Joy. Alright?
No.
Almond Joy is trash. Almond Joy is the candy.
Alright,
You know, it's a 2v1. I think Snickers is moving
Snickers.
on. Yeah.
Voted again.
Yes.
Yes.
You like the bad game.
So this one's probably going to be easy enough. Tootsie Roll versus M&M. Do we even have to debate about this one?
The only thing worse than M&M is a Tootsie Roll. And shout out to my friend Jack. If you're watching this, we had a conversation about how no one eats the Tootsie Rolls.
That's actually so true.
Hey, yo, that's...
I'm just going to go ahead and put this down, because we all know what's going to win.
Yeah. And
Tootsie Roll!
Tootsie Roll!
No.
M&M's are not
win. Next up, we have Twix versus Twizzlers. This isn't the easiest one to decide because of the differences in the candy. Twix is a bar of candy that is surrounded by chocolate, whereas Twizzlers are sort of like a gummy, but not a gummy.
Good way to put that, Iggy. Thank you.
I find that during the month of October and November, around Halloween, I am a major Twix fan and would go Twix. But throughout the rest of the year, I usually will just eat Twizzlers as a snack, and because of that, I will be voting Twizzlers.
That's a fair opinion. All right.
I mean, I've had more Twizzlers, and I think they make better products because the cherry Twizzlers, you can pull them apart. That's the best one. That's, you know what I'm talking about. You can pull them apart.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
No, but there's there's another flavor of Twizzlers. They're like the cherry ones.
when you pull the Twizzlers apart, do you refer to like each individual strand of like the Twizzler, or like when you two different like full Twizzlers that you
No,
pull
no,
apart?
no. There's literally like individual strands that you can pull
Yeah, that's
apart.
what I'm referring to. That's the fun.
Yeah, those are good. But I've had more Twizzlers, but I like Twix better.
Same.
So I'm gonna go with Twix.
I'm gonna vote Twix too.
You
Yeah.
guys suck, but okay.
All right, Iggy is being mega outnumbered here.
You eat old people candy.
All right.
You,
now
Vince,
for
you
the
literally
fifth
said you
one.
eat more Twizzlers than Twix. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
All right, for
Alright.
the fifth one, we have Reese's versus Smarties.
Smarties.
I'm gonna have
What?
to go with Reese's, but I hate Reese's Pieces. If we're talking about the Reese's peanut butter cups,
We
I'm
are.
going with the Reese's.
Reese's.
I
Okay.
just don't like Smarties.
You know, for once, I'm gonna have to agree with Iggy. I think Smarties are superior.
I
Okay.
mean,
So it's a 2v1.
Let me
Smarties wins.
Yes.
because
gonna be a
of
2v1.
my bragging about my brain, Smarties have helped me through many a test to energize me. All my good grades come from Smarties before a test, and because of that, I have A's.
Okay, that's great.
So this one's gonna be really tough. I feel like this one came a bit too early, but Skittles versus Kit Kat. Now,
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Okay.
Skittles are my favorite candy. They have so many different options and like different colors. It's so good. And in my opinion, Kit Kat is just like a wannabe Twix. Like it has the wafer and the chocolate, but it just doesn't have the caramel, which is what Twix has. And in my opinion, I just have to go with Skittles because Skittles are the greatest candy
Okay.
of all time.
Well, here's the thing.
My
So in the picture, it only shows the original Skittles. So we have to come to like an agreement here. Are we only talking about the original ones or all varieties?
yes.
Okay,
only the
even the original one is better than a normal Kit Kat.
I vehemently disagree. So Iggy, what do you think?
Oh, Tom, does that mean you're going Kit Kat?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you see, personally, I used to love Skittles for more or less my entire life. But right now, during the quarantine panic, all I have are Kit Kats, and they're getting me through this stressful time. So it would depend on what is important to me over the past or what's helping me through this pandemic. And because of that, I am going
Iggy,
to be
no,
nostalgic and vote Skittles.
Yes, let's go.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've been outnumbered.
And also, why would I vote with a thing that's reminding me that I'm in a pandemic and can't buy other stuff?
Thank God. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but because of that, Kit Kat is just bringing back concerning memories for Will after we get through it if we don't all die in the next 2 years.
Dang. All right, I'll accept
Alright.
that. Now we
Let's
got
go.
Starburst versus Three Musketeers.
Starburst.
I think it's simple because
Um,
Three Musketeers are just softer. They're literally Twizzler. They're Tootsie Rolls if they made Tootsie Rolls correctly.
What? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Also, Starburst. Starburst are pretty good. I think all the flavors are good. And I like the fact that you can just like eat it with the wrapper. So
Alright, that's kind of
Wait a minute.
nasty.
what?
Time out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with Starburst.
No.
You
Three
know,
Musketeers.
I really don't
And
have
also-
Three Musketeers, so. And you know, I've had Starburst
You're
before.
missing
They're
out.
good. They're good. There are tons of different flavors. Like the thing with Starburst is there's not one flavor. There's just
They're
so many in
flavored.
one.
Let me just say something.
Okay.
Starbursts are flavored Tootsie Rolls. Are you actually voting for something
No,
you shot down? as
Okay,
the
that
worst
is
candy?
not true. Look, they have flavored Tootsie Rolls. I've had them. They
They're
taste
about
like
as
they're awful. They're bad. While Starburst, they're meant
like
to
the
be.
consistent. Think of the consistency of a Tootsie Roll and the Starburst.
No.
If you
Okay.
take a bite out of it, it's like the same thing except one
Starburst is
tastes
low-key
different.
harder.
Yeah, Starbursts are harder. That's why I like them. They're just like better candy in general. They have more flavor. The flavor tastes better, and the texture's just better. So we have
We're not
two
comparing
Starbursts
Starburst to
versus
Tootsie Roll.
Three Musketeers. So Starburst wins, I guess.
Yeah, Starburst wins.
Swear to God.
Alright. Let's put ST.
All right, Iggy, would you like to explain what is the next one? Because this
Yes.
is your favorite
what you
candy.
all need to know 100 grand is the best candy on this list. I am not capping, okay? Let me explain. 100 grand is a form of like sugar cereal wrapped in chocolate that you eat. It is a bar, so it's like Twix, except instead of what's inside of Twix, you have like a form of cereal.
Yeah,
It's
it
very
actually
good,
is
and I will be voting 100 grand.
Yeah. So like my mom bought like a pack of like candy for Halloween, and the only thing that was left was like 100 grand. So I was like, oh, how bad is this? How bad could this be? And I had it, and oh my god, I ate every single one. So I'm gonna have to go 100 grand.
Dang.
Lifesavers are all right,
Yeah.
but like they just get kind of old. I don't know.
Just don't compare to 100 grand.
So the thing is, the logo for Lifesavers is cut off. I'm assuming we're talking about the gummies, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but it wouldn't matter
It
either
wouldn't
way.
really matter for me though.
So obviously I'm outnumbered 2-1, but I'm just gonna give my opinion anyway. Lifesavers, like we don't really have any gummy candies on the list. Like the only other thing that's remotely gummy is like Twizzlers or maybe not even candy corn, but like Lifesavers.
Starburst.
Okay, I guess Starburst, yeah. But look, Lifesavers, they're gummies, which I personally really like. They're flavored really well, and plus they last like just long enough where you can like enjoy it. But it's not like gum where you like have it and then it loses its flavor and you're like, dang, I gotta find a trash can. Like they're just good, and they're just like all around good.
All right. Okay,
So,
Tom.
my vote is Lifesavers, but I'm outnumbered, so 100 grand.
But it
That's right,
doesn't
but
matter
it
because
doesn't
100
matter,
grand is
though.
great.
Now this is gonna be a bit interesting. Now we're doing Milky Way versus Snickers.
Okay, I thought we were just gonna start on the right hand to mix things up.
No,
So,
No, we're not. You're wrong.
you're
you guys-
wrong.
You guys are toxic.
All right. Anyone want to give their opinion?
Yeah, I'll give my opinion.
Okay.
So in my entire life, I've had more Snickers, and I think that's the same thing with everyone. Well, maybe not everyone, but
I've never
I've-
really been a
I've
Snickers
had more
person.
Snickers.
So
I
I'd
don't
be
care.
voting Milky Way because I just feel like
Okay,
it's
well,
better.
you're not letting me finish. I was gonna say, but I like Milky Way more,
Ooh.
so I'm gonna have to go with Milky Way.
You know what? Same. So that's a 3v0.
Okay, so
Solid. That just wipe the table. Milky Way wins.
that was the first 3-0.
No, it wasn't. We all bullied Tootsie Rolls earlier on.
Oh wait, no, we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
All right. Well, now we got M&M
They got
versus Twix. I should
Twix.
probably make that more clear, shouldn't I?
No, Twizzlers won, remember?
No, Twix won.
No, Twix definitely
Twizzlers
won.
won. Vince, you voted Twizzlers.
I voted Twix.
All right. So after reviewing the footage, Twix actually did win. So
That's
it's
for
M&M
you.
versus Twix.
Wait a minute. Alright.
All right. Yeah, M&Ms aren't. I don't like M&Ms, so for some reason I find it that when I eat too much M&Ms, it don't call me a pot, but it kind of gets like a little
Vince.
spicy.
Spicy.
Yes.
Alright. Do we just say Vince lost credibility because he's calling a candy spicy?
I'm tempted, but what's your vote, Iggy?
Sure, because I want to be important for once and be on a winning team.
What did you say?
What do you vote for? Because if you're going for
Oh,
M&M,
I got you.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna vote for Eminem. I'm gonna vote for Eminem. I just like him more. That's
Right.
it.
so I matter for once.
Okay.
Alright. Because of the
That's-
fact that Vince called the candy spicy, I have to just make him lose credibility and go M&M's there.
I like that.
It's true. I mean, I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Candy is not spicy. Wait.
I'm not the only one that
Not
take it
all
back.
of them.
There's one type of candy
hot
that I think
tamales.
is...
Hot tamales.
That's it.
Yes.
God, my mom loves those. Those are so
Next.
trash.
All right. Now we're on to Smarties versus Skittles.
Skittles next round.
Tom, what do you think?
Skittles, yeah.
Tom sees me every day at the vending machine buying.
Facts.
Come on.
Please elaborate on this story for our friends.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, so I sit with my boys at lunch. I don't sit with Tom. I sit by him, but I don't sit with Tom. But after lunch, we always go to the Commons, which is right next to our lunchroom, our cafeteria, whatever, same thing. But like we have 4 vending machines at our school. 3 of them are in the cafeteria. One of them's by the library. So after lunch, I always use $1 to go to the vending machine. No, we have
more than 4,
5.
but that
We have
doesn't matter.
5. We have 5.
That doesn't matter. It's okay.
But the only good ones, the ones by the commons and by the
Facts.
library. So I go there, use $1 to buy Skittles, and I eat them in the commons because even though you're not supposed to. So, no one
Nice
cares.
story. Next
Thank you.
round.
All right,
Thank
we
you.
got Starburst versus 100 grand.
100 grand. I
100
think it's
grand,
easy.
no question.
Dang, oh my, jeez. Okay, I was gonna go with Starburst, but I'm outnumbered, so.
Yeah, this one's easy. 100 grand is actually really good.
All right, we're down to the semifinals here. So we have Milky Way versus Skittles. Here we go.
Okay.
Wait, no, Skittles. Do you mean M&Ms?
No.
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 It's the top.
Skittles are on the right side of the bracket. Milky Way's on the left side of the bracket.
That's
But
not how that
look
works.
Iggy, look how it's set up.
Yeah.
You said semifinals. It's Skittles versus 100 grand and Milky Way versus M&M.
No, Iggy, look at the black
Look at the
lines.
bracket,
It's,
yeah.
It's M&M and 100 grand.
Yeah. Damn.
Are you guys slow?
No, you are. Oh my god. Okay, look. I don't even do like fancy brackets or anything. But look. There's a bracket connecting M&M and 100 grand.
Oh wait, it's going.
Yes. Look at the. Oh
I'm
my
slow.
god.
I just realized
Oh
that
my
it's
god.
like top to bottom, not left to right.
Dang. Just look at the. Dang. Okay. Anyway.
I'm so used to seeing brackets shaped the other way.
Okay.
All right. Milky Way versus
Now
Skittles.
back to the program.
Yep.
Milky Way and Skittles. So obviously, I've had more Skittles because
I
it's like,
dunk.
there's like 50, maybe like in a bag. The bags are like decently sized, and I've had like at least like 100.
Well, it depends on like whether or not you're getting like the king size Skittles, which are big, and the regular, which are small. But
Whenever I go to
we're not comparing
I
size,
get
or else
the
candy
parties.
corn would have won a round.
Hey, no one likes candy corn. I'm sorry, but Skittles are the. They just have so much variety that I think it can be. It's gonna. I'm voting for Skittles because it's my favorite candy, but also it has a lot of variety. So I'm going for Skittles.
Fair point. Well, this is really tough for me because the picture from Milky Way is only showing the original variety, but my favorite candy of all time are the Milky Way Midnights. So because it's not showing the Milky Way Midnights, I'm gonna have to go with Skittles.
Yes, sir. That's what we like to see.
Interesting. So my opinion doesn't matter. So
But
next
as usual.
question.
No, but Iggy, which one would you vote for?
Yeah, no, I'd be going Skittles.
Cool. All right. So we got M&M versus 100 grand. This one's easy. I think we all know M&M is a real winner.
grand.
M&M.
No,
Okay, so wait, so Iggy, who are you voting for?
I'm voting for 100 grand.
And Tom, what are you voting for?
M&M.
Okay, so I know this is going to be such a biased statement, but I have a good argument that I haven't said yet about Skittles. So I know that if I vote 100 grand, Iggy's just going to vote 100 grand in the finals, and I want Skittles to win the entire thing.
Okay.
So
Hey yo,
I'm
you
gonna have
can't
to-
just do it because of how you want to win.
Well, it
Vote
looks
on
like
what
I-
candy
looks
is
like-
actually better.
looks like
Don't
I have-
cheat
I have all
in
the
your
power.
own competition.
I have all the power. I can vote for M&M or 100 grand, and I'm going to vote for M&M.
Wow.
Okay.
That's kind of toxic.
Okay, and now
Interesting.
my argument.
And now for the final one.
And now for my argument. This is just like
Denver Skittles.
it's just like one sentence, and it's gonna make I think it's gonna make the difference.
Okay.
The difference. Okay. Skittles is the best tiny candy out there. Better than M&M because they're both tiny candy, but Skittles is just better
Why?
because of
Or M&M?
variety. I've never seen a variety. Pinot.
Okay.
What are you voting for?
So I'm voting for Skittles. The best tiny candy. The
Okay.
battle of tiny candy. And Skittles.
So this is really tough. Personally,
M&M, Tom, we know.
yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go with M&M.
Well, Vince. Who has
Yeah,
the
looks like you have
power
all the
now?
power. Yeah, you have all the power now.
This is
Okay.
what you get for not voting for 100 grand. Eminem.
Let's
No,
go!
no. No, we can go back. I'll vote for 100 grand. Come on now.
No, okay. You're
Wait a
too
minute.
late. You're too late. Look,
No.
Wait, Tom. If you were to vote for 100 grand, would you vote for 100 grand over Skittles?
no.
Oh, I should have picked. No,
Okay.
but I think we should go 100 grand.
Nope, too late.
No, but
No.
100 grand is
Eminem
better than
wins.
Eminem.
This is what happens when you try and rig a match.
That's facts. Okay. I learned my
Dang.
lesson.
Yes, you did.
This is why cheaters never win.
Cheaters
And
never
that is why Tom
I say that
has
all the time.
won the candy debate.
Yes, sir. All right. So for the grand winner, we have Eminem as the best candy.
Skittles a second.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you think is third? 100
Milky
grand
Way.
or Milky Way?
Milky Way. Are you
100
kidding
grand.
me?
100 grand.
100 grand is pretty good.
100 grand is good. So at least our top came in top 3.
Yeah. That's pretty
Alright.
fair.
Almost as though we have a bias towards our favorite.
Really? No
I
way.
think we might actually do. Alright.
All right.
Next topic. I know that Thomas is very interested in discussing artificial intelligence, so take it away.
So this is gonna be Tom's episode, so take it
So
away, Thomas.
Doubt.
I'll be doing the intro for this. I'll be just kind of going over basically what AI is and its uses and that kind of stuff. But I would also like to open it up for you guys to talk about. In my opinion, this is kind of something really anyone can talk about, especially in regards to the politics behind it and the morality of it. So I'll just do a bit of the intro.
And everyone cannot discuss politics. Politics is very complex.
Okay. Everyone can have an opinion as long as it's educated. Let's put it that way. So
Yeah.
to begin with AI, let me probably transition. There we go. All right. So to begin with AI, let's talk about a few common misconceptions about it. So people, just generally label a lot of things as AI when in reality it really isn't. So just because a program displays or simulates human-like intelligence does not imply that it's an AI. In reality, a true AI is a program that can learn on its own and most importantly improve on past iterations without any human intervention.
In other words, Life Simulator is not artificial intelligence.
Thank you, yes.
Mhm.
So for example, I could write a program that's better than any human at like checkers or something, but unless it improves itself by analyzing its past performances without my input, it is not an AI. So yes, this can be a bit confusing. So because of this, I did prepare a handy chart. So inside the bubble of artificial intelligence, there's a thing called machine learning, which is basically a subset of artificial intelligence. Then inside of machine learning, there is another subset called deep learning, and you can see the definition for both of those there. So hopefully this stood to kind of clear up a little bit about the differences between machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence, because they're not interchangeable like that. All right. So now let's talk about some applications about AI, since we already covered the misconceptions. So I have a few here. One of them is self-driving cars. I think this is one of the big ones. I mean, we already have Tesla kind of capitalizing on this.
And what I think this will allow for is I think it will allow for faster cars, synchronization between cars, and ultimately not even having to worry about stoplights. And let me explain that. So let's say we have a number of cars on the road and they're all coming up to one intersection. If we can have the cars talk to each other, then we can coordinate the car's speeds so that one car can go through, and then right after that car, another car can go through. So we can basically synchronize the cars and have them go through the intersection at different times so that we don't have to have them stop. We just have to have them slow down or speed up so they can interweave between each other. I think that's one of the bigger applications. And finally, this is really good for data
I
analysis.
would like to respond to that
Okay.
earlier. If you were to have them communicate to each other, that would mean you would need some form of online method of communication through the internet, correct?
Potentially, yes. That would probably be the best solution.
I'm pretty sure you, much like most of us, are aware that there are many situations from outdoor conditions that can cause the internet to almost be non-usable. I remember back when you were in Florida and you would complain about your internet being pretty poor, so you would end up struggling in internet-based activities online.
Okay,
Because of that, let's say the weather leads to the internet being dead while on the road. Wouldn't that just lead to an increase in accidents?
So now that you put it that way, maybe we could phrase it in a different way. So of course, working over the internet could work, but there are other solutions. One thing that comes to mind is Bluetooth, and I know the range of Bluetooth isn't that good. We could definitely find other solutions to it, but I think once we get everything right and working, we can find a solution that the cars reliably talk to each other.
Well, if that's the case, if you find a reliable solution, couldn't you virtually do anything with AI?
That's a bit broad to give a yes or no. So,
Well, the point that I was trying to make is that, so sure, maybe working over the internet with cars communicating isn't the perfect solution, and there's still work that needs to be done. I'm sure that there is a protocol out there that would allow cars to talk to each other securely and reliably. Like, the internet realistically isn't going to go down. Like, that just doesn't happen. So as long as we have a way of cars communicating within a certain range, I think it'll be perfectly reliable. Like, and in addition, we have to like consider the rates at which like human accidents when driving occurs. Like, for example, we don't know that, like, sure, okay, cars talking over the internet may not be perfect. There may be some error involved in it, but we do not know that error is higher or lower than human error and stopping at red lights or people blowing lights. We have to take all that into account. Does that kind of clear it up a little bit?
Yes, but I need to keep asking. Yes, I'm going way too in depth into
Okay.
this. But if, say, there is a malfunction that appears common, will there be consequences for those that created vehicles?
You're saying like a programming error.
Yes.
So the majority of the time that is not an issue because these vehicles go through extensive testing. Same with, like, Tesla's autopilot. Like, sure, an error may occur every now and then, but they're so well tested that there are no widespread issues. And if there is one, it would have been identified a long time ago, first of all. And second of all, if an issue is found, like, patching an update and deploying it to the car really is not that difficult on a grand scale. And even if, like, an error did occur, the percentage of errors that occur because of human error is significantly higher than the percentage of errors that occur because of programming errors by self-driving car developers. So I think overall, self-driving cars are still very much the future.
Now, what other applications do you see fit for
AI?
Yes.
So the final one that I've written down here is, this is really good for data analysis, but reading and analyzing data sets is going to be a very hot topic with AI, I think, because I'm going to be honest, I don't really know a ton about analyzing data sets, but currently, if it's done by humans or even by, like, computers, that's time consuming, and you have to, for one thing, program the computers to analyze the data set or have humans be trained and spend human time. But if we have AI reading and analyzing the data sets based on previous models,
Theoretically, you would need to create a program to let the AI begin. So it's just more work to start off, but it would eventually be able to do it. So it'll still be costing time, and wouldn't that also be displacing human jobs, which would lead to another subcategory as risks of artificial intelligence?
yes, but one thing I should clarify is that likely this would not be AI in the broad sense, but most likely machine learning analyzing the data sets. So that's just one clarification there. And on your topic regarding threats with AI, I do have some stuff written down here about that. If you guys want to, we could transition to that.
Okay.
So will AI be a threat? At least for the time being, I personally don't think it will be a threat, but at least in the way most people think it is.
A threat in what way?
Well, so for one thing, many people are questioning whether or not AI will impact the job market. In my opinion, yes, I think it for sure will. I don't doubt that at all. But you see a lot of concern about people like, oh my gosh, will AI take over the world? Will AI, outdo the human race? No, at least not in our lifetime.
It will not.
Yeah. I mean, not in our lifetime,
The only way
certainly.
AI takes over is if we somehow do something incredibly stupid.
But one more concern that I have is about the future of AI. So realistically, like making a simple AI or even like a simple machine learning program like number recognition really is not that impossible. Like if you're like a college student or like a graduate student who's taking the classes, you could probably make a pretty rudimentary like number recognition like machine learning program. And as time goes on, like resources to learn and just like it's just going to be so much more abundant in regards to the info about AI that more people are going to be able to access the info, more people are going to be educated about it, and it'll just be easier to make machine learning programs, and AI is just going to become a lot more abundant.
Now I must ask, do you feel that with the increase of artificial intelligence accessing information far more easily, that it will decrease privacy between people?
Um, I don't
Because
think
currently,
I don't think AI itself is going to decrease privacy. If anything, I think that'll be an issue in regards to how people are giving data away. Because in order for AI to access data, it has to be given that data, and that's primarily a human-driven thing. Like humans have to give the program the data to even analyze.
usually if we say uh, someone sends like the objective of an AI to try and discover information about people, with its self-learning, wouldn't it be easier to find that person's information if they're trying to say hide that information?
That's kind of a tough question to answer. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know how to answer that because I don't really feel qualified to answer that. If that makes sense.
Right?
But like, I still feel like AI is not gonna find out more information about you because if it finds out information about you, that information must have been public, which is already open for other people to figure out themselves. So will AI like if you have info out there, like the info's already out there, people could see it. Having I mean, sure, it might pick up your data faster, but what's that really gonna do? Like, I don't just think that's an issue. So, as for like a final concern, you guys can talk about this too, but just how will people in the future use AI? The main question here is, will it be used for malicious purposes? And unfortunately, in my opinion, I think the answer to that question is a
Yes.
definite yes. Like, I think there's absolutely no situation in which AI is not used for malicious purposes. I see it as pretty much
By
inevitable.
any person or just at all?
At all. Like, I mean, not everyone's going to use it for bad purposes, but, like, governments certainly could. There could be terrorist organizations that they use it for, like, bad purposes. Like, I just see it as pretty much inevitable.
So do you believe that we should continue moving on with AI, or do you believe that we should be able to limit the progress of people starting AI?
So, this is the way I see it. This is going to sound weird, but I don't think containing like people's ability to like develop AI is a good idea. I think we should still work on it because it's really like helpful for seeing how far we can push technology, and especially with like neural networks, like learning about the human
We did that,
brain.
we developed an atom bomb and almost caused a global panic because
Okay,
both the United States and Soviet Union had giant bombs that could wipe out an entire city.
so I think that's a bad comparison because bombs at their core are destructive, while programs and like machine learning, those at their core are not destructive. So I think comparing machine learning and AI to a nuke is a bad comparison.
Well, I'm saying I'm not comparing the technology itself. I'm
Okay.
comparing the last time there was a major increase in technology. Also, the last major jump, what was going from an agricultural-based economy in the U.S. to an industrial one, which was also technically a cause of the Great Depression. So let's say we have a major jump from humans still doing most of the work to artificial intelligence and machines doing most of the work. Wouldn't that also cause another major recession or depression because of all the jobs that would get lost in the short term or long
Well,
term gain?
so one thing with that is the Great Depression was a single event. Like it was a point in time that
It
happened
was
and
not a single event. It
okay,
was
let me rephrase. Let me
the
rephrase.
result
It was
of
a
multiple events.
yes, but at its core, there was a time period, a limited time period known as the Great Depression.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I think if any bad thing occurs because of AI, it is not going to be in a single time period like that. I believe it's going to come gradually, as opposed to the Great Depression, where we went from like being fine to relatively quickly being in a state of depression.
Well, that's what's going to happen if you have a massive amount of people lose jobs to AI.
My point is that it's not going to happen all at once.
No, can I explain?
Sure.
That's how the Great Depression worked. It was only after a lot of people started losing their jobs, which it got noticeable, and the stock market had a noticeable drop, which was because of the Great Depression, like, officially starting.
So I'm gonna put this a different way. I don't think AI is gonna take jobs fast enough like that, or as many jobs as it would have to take to cause a Great Depression like that. I think there are some jobs that could be taken over with AI, but things like, I don't know, like therapy, like mental therapy, that's not going to be taken over by AI for a while, especially until we get AI and machine learning to deal more with like social aspects, which we just simply don't have right now. There are like the majority of jobs are not going to be taken away because of AI, so I don't think that's an issue.
Every manual labor job has the ability to be gone rather quickly.
With AI, I don't think that's the case. We already have the ability to take or to get rid of like the majority of manual labor jobs just using robotics, but we just don't do it, and people need jobs. So I don't think having AI is going to cause that either.
If you have AI, wouldn't that limit the use of AI to protect other people's jobs?
Can you rephrase that a little bit? I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
You know how you're saying that we limit the use of actual robotics to try and protect some people's jobs?
Well,
do you think that would also happen with artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
Learning, whereas if we will choose to limit it to prevent more job loss?
I think we probably would, because people need jobs to make money, obviously, and if having AI taking over people's jobs is going to be a detriment, I think people are going to be smart enough, especially governments, hopefully, not to let AI be the dominating feature in industries. I think we're still going to need jobs.
AI drastically increases efficiency. Who would care about the people at the bottom if the people at top are seeing more results?
I think this goes back to the point that like AI is not suitable at taking the majority of jobs. Some jobs maybe, but the majority of them definitely not. So I think we talked.
The majority of jobs to be taken for there to be a problem. Having 10% of the jobs taken over by AI is still a several million amount of people now unemployed.
I don't even think it's gonna like. I think the only jobs that are really going to be taken over because of AI are ones that humans really cannot do a very good job at. Like with robotics, going back to that, jobs that can be done with robotics are already being done with robotics. And that really has not harmed the economy or hurt any people like significantly like that. But like with AI, I just don't think that's going to take over enough jobs to cause a big setback like that. I just don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but from what I know and from what I've seen, especially regarding robotics, as I've said, I don't think it's going to take enough jobs. And I think we kind of talked enough about this. So now to talk about our final topic of the day, which is quantum computing. So this is more of a niche topic, so I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I can while still like retaining matter. And I'll try to make it kind of quick too, because it's probably a bit boring.
Now everyone in the comments proceed to call Tom a nerd.
Wow, okay, really? I'll accept that. Alright, so let's try to get through this like kind of quickly. So basically, quantum computing is definitely still in the earlier stages of development. We really don't even have any quantum computers that have beaten out computers in terms of performance or reliability, and besides they cost like a fortune. But even though they're not practical, and even though they're still in the very early stages of development, quantum computing definitely does have some very frightening potential applications. So for example, let's talk about bank accounts. So most banks use a minimum of what's called 128-bit encryption, which basically means they have a 128-bit key to use like a certain encryption algorithm. with this encryption, they secure your username, passcode, and other relevant info. So with normal computers, breaking the security is basically impossible. It's just absolutely not feasible at all. But the thing is, quantum computers could heavily weaken or even break some of today's most popular cryptography algorithms. So there is a certain algorithm called Shor's algorithm, and using this, quantum computers could effectively break asymmetric encryption like RSA. And what's scary about this is RSA is very commonly used to secure web pages and emails.
I'm assuming that Vincent agrees with me here. We don't know what RSA is. Would you like to elaborate?
Yes.
Yes.
we did
So-
not know what that is.
RSA is basically a popular encryption algorithm, and it's used to secure web pages, email, and all that kind of stuff. And it's one of the most popular ones. And so I'm focusing on RSA because if quantum computers were made more feasible and more widespread, this encryption algorithm RSA could be broken pretty efficiently, which I think is a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another type of encryption algorithm called symmetric encryption. One example of this is AES. And unfortunately, AES is also vulnerable, but luckily it is not as vulnerable as RSA is. One of the algorithms that would be used by quantum computers to try to break AES encryption would be Grover's algorithm. And this does not completely break AES, it only basically halves the encryption key size. So I guess you could compare it to having the security be halved, but that's not always the case. That's really not even that big of a threat because you can always just make like the key size double the length. And there are also certain encryption algorithms that actually are resistant to being broken by quantum computers, which we could always switch to. So that's basically my mini lecture. All right, so does anyone have any other comments about this before we head out?
Nope. I think
Well,
we're
you
set.
see, because this is just a common theme, my opinion does not matter. So if I had a comment, I'd post it down below in the comments section. Everyone, post comments in the thread
Yes.
below.
Please let us know what we should talk about. We'll talk about anything. And yeah.
We will be discussing philosophizing with the same three of us. I will see you all later.
All right. Thank you all for stopping by.